sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Morning, everybody. Everybody make a joyful noise. Oh, everybody make a joyful noise. You know how to make a joyful noise. Just clap your hands and lift your voice. Everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody lift your voice in song. Everybody lift your voice in song. Come on, lift your voice in song. You can do it, sing along. Everybody lift your voice in song. Everybody on 2 and 4. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Clap your hands on 2 and 4. Make it louder, give it more. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Oh, living big for God is the way to go. Living big for God is the way to go. Living big's the way to go. You can do it, let it flow. Living big for God is the way to go. We intend to make a joyful noise. We intend to make a joyful noise. You know how to make a joyful noise. Just clap your hands and lift your voice. Everybody make a joyful noise. Oh, everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody make a joyful noise.
Woo! Yes. Good morning, Ahava. Happy Sunday. Yes, let's give some love to this band. Our music director, Joe Cinquina, also on bass and vocals. John Dittert on drums. Mr. Lauren Dechtenberg on keys. Our featured vocalist today is Kim D'Amata. Yes. And coming up a little later with her will also be Heather Marsh-Prelsnick. And of course, Mr. Jeff Watts making us all sound good. All right, Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is always the answer That's right. I am Reverend Rainbow. So grateful to get to serve as your spiritual director, and I welcome you here this morning. And for those of you that made it into the room, coming in wet through the rain, we appreciate your effort to get here. And for those of you who were at Pride yesterday and still waking up to be here, we appreciate your effort to get here. Yes. So we are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, know that you are absolutely welcome here. And if you're joining us online, thank you for being a part of our virtual community. Make sure to say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, as well as if you're in the room. We invite you to take out your phones, check in on social media, take pictures and videos, and post where you are this morning. Just a note, you're going to want to lower the volume on your phone before you do that, because those videos, once you post, they tend to just go right into play mode. So that's a little tip. And if you are a guest joining us for the first time, we especially welcome you here, knowing that your presence makes a difference. Do we have anyone here for the first time? If you want to do something, welcome. Thank you. And one of our core council members has a little connection card for you. And then if you take that after service to our bookstore, we have a gift. So thank you for being here today. And we are so grateful for our many volunteers and folks who give of their time and talent and treasure to help create this community. So I want to take a moment to thank all of our volunteers who serve, from the youth to the media team to our greeters and hospitality, as well as all of you who were at Pride yesterday with our band and our booth. So thank you, volunteers. Give yourself a pat on the back and give them a round of applause. And if you're looking to get more involved, there's always a way, so let us know, and we will plug you into a volunteer opportunity. Whether it be an ongoing team or a one-time event, there are many ways to serve this community. So now is the time in service where we get to reflect on our oneness. So I invite you to turn to someone, maybe place your hands over your heart, and take a moment and say, "Thank you for being a reflection of me." Beautiful. And we have an amazing vision and purpose here, so I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community. We are an inclusive community. Committed to global transformation. Through personal evolution. And our purpose, we can do this one together. Are you ready? Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. And today's affirmation I will say, and then we can affirm together. I awaken to infinite possibility within me. I awaken to infinite possibility within me. Yes. So I invite you now to take a deep breath. Moving into our time of centering with our opening prayer led by practitioner Louise Talon and our centering song.
In this place, my soul's free from the light within. I see all the joy, all the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. In this place, love abides
just take that moment to know that in the sound of the rain and the thunder, there is only one. In the sound of the music and the voices, there is only one. For that is all there is, one power, one presence, one life, one universal essence that breathes and lives as everything. And in this moment, I know it as creativity, as joy, as abundance, as flow, knowing that whatever is the truth of the one is the truth of me, is the truth of anyone hearing my voice right now. And knowing that I bless this day, this morning, this time. I bless the words of our beloved minister, Reverend Rainbow. I bless the words and sounds and hearts of our musicians. And I bless the hands and hearts of all those who have come together to unleash the holiness in this place. I know that we come together to get nothing, but simply to be love. To be love looking at love, love listening to love, love receiving love. And knowing that, I allow it to be by saying, and so it is.
All the joy, all the peace, carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. This week's reading is the Radical Gratitude Spell from Pleasure Activism by Adrienne Marie Brown. You are a miracle walking. I greet you with wonder. In a world which seeks to own your joy and your imagination, you have chosen to be free. Every day as a practice. I can never know the struggles you went through to get here, but I know you have swum upstream, and at times it has been lonely. I want you to know I honor the choices you made in solitude, and I honor the work you have done to belong. I honor your commitment to that which is larger than yourself, and your journey to love the particular container of life that is you. You are enough. Your work is enough. You are needed. Your work is sacred. You are here, and I am grateful.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams, and you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings, and you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
You're doing amazing things. Yes. Woo. You're doing amazing things. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing things. Everyone. Oh, thank you. So we are wrapping up this June series on self-care. And what a gift, right? That song as a reminder that you just have to be in the here and now, right? I know for me, I can get caught up in my head and the doingness and all the things that I think I need to make happen, but really resting in the here and now and knowing that sometimes in the midst of having fun, the most amazing things will occur. So we get to trust and lean into that infinite wisdom within us that is always the source and substance of all supply and the truth of who we are. So we kicked off the month looking at this idea of self-care really as rest and countering the narrative of the hustle culture or the individual kind of pick yourself up by the bootstraps and make it happen world that seems to value us as productivity as opposed to our beingness. And we explored different practices of self-care by affirming our worth and our wholeness, resting and allowing. And then we had a conversation on community care and how sometimes simply saying, you need more self-care, misses the mark when someone actually is in a place where they need community care. And how we, as Ahava Center for Spiritual Living, get to be a hub of connection and love and belonging and care here for our community and for each other. And there's some new ideas being birthed right now within this community on what that might look like very specifically and practically. But already just being open to that intention, I had, some connections with folks this week, and we're able to connect people. I need this. Oh, this person has this to offer. So it's already happening. And then we talked last week about pleasure and how to discover the aliveness that lives within us and tap into that holy, sacred, creative energy that is often told by the world to that it's bad or wrong, and we must, suppress it and push it down, and then it comes out all sorts of weird ways. But what if we instead were just to embrace pleasure and joy and allow it to fuel our lives, and the reminder of, especially when we are called to be of service and activism and various things in our lives, that we must balance that with joy and with pleasure in order to be sustainable and not get completely burnt out and exhausted with all that we are called to do. So today, as we wrap it up, we are going to be looking at unleashing our potential and embracing the possibility that lives within us as we practice self-care. So practicing care with ourselves allows us and supports us to be at our best. And it gives us more availability to tap into that unlimited potential that lives within us all. Self-care reminds us to stop looking outside of ourselves for validation or looking outside of ourselves for something that we desire, and remember that we are whole, perfect, and complete just as we are. There is nothing we need to get or do outside. We have it all within. And when we love and treat ourselves as whole and worthy and the complete beings that we are, we can open up to this field of unlimited possibilities. But when we become stressed out and we begin to listen to those outside voices, or perhaps those internalized voices of feeling unworthy or self-doubt, that potential is still there. We just can't access it as well, right? So knowing that we are one with all of life, that we are one with spirit, that we have access to the infinite potential of the divine always, because that is who we are. Once we begin to really believe and accept this idea that we are part of the one whole and complete universe, and then begin to act from this place, we can truly step into our power and experience opportunities and connections and manifest experiences that before we once only dreamed of. So a good example of this was last year at the Pride Festival. I declared our band needs to perform next year. And guess what? We got that opportunity, right? Yes. I believe we have a picture, maybe we have a picture or slide. We were trying to get some video clips, but technology this morning, it was a little last minute. But we have been posting them all over our social media. Make sure to take a look if you missed it, and check out the Facebook Live as well. And we'll put some videos in our newsletter this week to see our amazing band yesterday. So this year, as the band was performing. And again, let's just give it up for them again, because the talent in this room, they were. So this year I declared, all right, our band is not going to be in the basement. We are going to be on the main stage at prime time. So let's hold that intention. Yes. So it is. So Amit Ray, in the book Nonviolence, says, give time and space to sprout your potential. Arouse the beauty in your heart, the beauty of your spirit. There are infinite possibilities. So just like any seed that you plant in your garden, it takes time to nurture it. And self-care practices are a way that we can nurture ourselves so that we can access and grow and become all that we are here to become. Practices such as affirmations, mindfulness, being in the here and now, visioning, listening for that guidance of spirit to lead and guide us, practicing loving self-talk, slowing down to appreciate the moment, and trusting that all our needs are met. These are ways that we can nurture those seeds of potential within our own souls. Because if we think about it, the thing that stops us from living out loud, from unleashing our full potential, is our own self-doubt. And the way to transform that doubt is through self-care and self-love. The world teaches us, one of the messages is that being successful at what you do or putting yourself out there can be seen as being, audacious or selfish or somehow bad or wrong, right? Like we can judge people for who are they to do that and criticize people. And I'm just like, if someone is putting themselves out there, let's just pause and give them some love for that, right? So, we can take on these messages and begin to internalize them, and those, among other things, like I think I mentioned last week, the 5th grade chorus teacher that's like, oh, you can't sing, when our heart tells us we want to sing. Those are ways that we have taken on meaning and beliefs that are not the truth of who we are. So it's time to shake it off, to release any of those old ideas and to step back into our wholeness and truth. And, recently I began to understand or had the shift that really, expressing ourselves is not selfish. It's actually the opposite. Because when our doubt stops us from sharing our unique gifts and talents and expressions and quirkiness and creativity with the world, that is actually being selfish because we are choosing to play small instead of blessing the world with our gifts and our talents and our passions and our aliveness. So we're making what we do about us and our own self-doubt instead of opening up to the bigger picture of how what we have to offer and simply who we are is a blessing and a benefit to the world. You hear that flip, right? So, again, it gives us back our agency. Instead of outsourcing our power to something or some person or some 5th grade chorus teacher, we can take back our power, stand in our truth, nurture that seed of potential within ourselves, and then boldly begin to move through the world fully self-expressed. So years ago, I was really doing some work around this self-doubt, not good enough, especially around creativity and what I'm here called to do and be in this world, and just comparing myself to a lot of people and other people. You know, why do we do this? We compare ourselves when we're just starting to like the person that's like, you know, the most successful and achieved, and think, well, how can I ever do that? But it's like, you know, there's a little bit of a gap between there. So what if we were just to take a step forward? So I realized that I was holding myself back from really stepping into all that I'm here to do and be because of my own self-doubt, and because, you know, looking at other folks that do it so well and think, well, they're already doing it. Why do I need to do it? And when I realized this, I made a new commitment, and I made a new agreement with myself to fully unleash my creative genius in a big way into the world. Because, in fact, I began to realize that God, spirit, life, universe, whatever word works for you, is seeking to express and know itself more fully through me. So it's time to get my little mind out of the way, my small self out of the way, to allow something greater to emerge, to be willing to be that open vessel for spirit to use me to be of great benefit to this world and to have fun in the process, right? So I decided and I committed to be of service to something greater, not to serving my small self. And that was, you know, it was very intentional. It was maybe around 8 years ago or so, and began my journey towards now being an ordained minister and serving this community, which back then was just a dream, right? And here I am. Yes. So self-doubt is too small of a game for any of us to play. And I know this is true, not just of me, but of you, because you are hearing my voice right here, right now. There is an energetic resonance that drew you here today to listen whenever you are listening. And this resonance is taking place, that there is something within each of us that is emerging collectively for us to say yes to being of something powerful and amazing and profound and loving and creative and grand in this world, and to have fun in the process. That is most important. And so there's many ways that we may, or why we may doubt ourselves, you know, and if you look at just the biology of our brain, we are hardwired for kind of mediocrity because of, I think it's the amygdala. I'm not going to get into it because I didn't write it down and I don't want to misspeak. But y'all know what I'm talking about. That part of the brain that just wants to keep you in fear and maintain the status quo, because if you were to do something out of your comfort zone, your brain goes, that's scary. So we just stay comfortable. And, you know, it then takes an energy, it takes a choice to rise up again, especially after we maybe put ourselves out there and experience some kind of failure. It takes the willingness to pull that strength and to rise up again and to remember the truth of who we are and put ourselves out there again. And not get pulled down to the status quo way of being that most people walk on this planet. We are here, and we are up to something more than simply getting by, working for the weekend, whatever it is, right? We have unlimited potential within each of us. And I know that those of you that are here and saying, Ahava is my spiritual home, that we are interested in playing a bigger game, because every week we affirm that we are about global transformation through personal evolution. So we say yes to our own personal spiritual growth and evolution in service of something greater. And we must stay mindful of where our mind goes when we begin to unravel self-doubt. And notice, are we being taken out by these thoughts of lack or doubt or not enoughness? Are we entertaining these thoughts? Are we going down the full rabbit hole of reasons why we shouldn't be as bold as we feel we could be in this world? Or are we waking up and noticing and then choosing instead to energize our desire, to remind ourselves of the truth? We can notice the doubt, name it, and then say, you have no power over me. The truth is that I am unlimited, that I am sourced by the infinite, and this is on my heart to do and be and share. These are the ways that we can talk to ourselves instead of falling into those self-sabotaging behaviors that these days are even more easy to access in our pocket through technology. It's so easy to feel something uncomfortable and then choose just to zone out instead of noticing and feeling the feeling, moving it through our body, and then making a new choice. So whatever those self-sabotaging behaviors are, zoning out, social media, eating, drinking, whatever they may be, those things, again, in and of themselves are not bad. It is our relationship to them. Why are we using those things? And are we being conscious about it as a way of resting or nourishing ourselves? Or are we choosing to avoid something we don't want to do or feel? That's the difference, is that awareness, the intentionality behind what we choose to do. And if we allow ourselves to partake in certain behaviors that then become a pattern, it's a distraction to what we are really here to be about. And then it causes a disconnect between what we're doing and what we feel or desire that we would like to be doing. And then therein lies the tension and the suffering, right? How many of you lay there on social media saying, okay, I got to get up now. I should really do this, right? I'm zoning out, but there's a part of my brain saying, you should be doing something else. And I'm not present at either. I'm not fully enjoying what I'm looking at, and I'm not doing the things I'm telling myself I should be doing. So, let's just be intentional. Choose one. All right, yes, I do need to go do the dishes. My wife's like, just choose to do the dishes. But I'm going to choose right now to rest and enjoy watching some videos. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll get up and do the dishes. And then I'm fully present at both things instead of causing the suffering within my own mind. So there's an impact when we choose not to get in touch with or nurture that potential, that precious seed within us, and share with the world. There's an impact on ourselves and in our greater community because we are holding back. We are withholding our gifts and our talents, and instead of feeling fully expressed and allowing ourselves to bring up others around us and to create that synergy of co-creativity, the impact is that we are withholding. And there is not the benefit of connection and ideas and support that can come when we share with others. And often another reason why we play small is because we fall into the oh-so-easy trap of comparison, right? Anyone else? So we all have a unique way of being in this world, a unique way of saying and singing or writing or expressing or dancing that will awaken or resonate or fall on different people's ears at different times. So just because someone else is already saying the same kind of message or expressing the same kind of creativity that you are, doesn't mean that there isn't room for you as well. It doesn't mean that there's not someone waiting to hear it or see it or experience it just the way you have to bring it about in the world to then awaken that moment of aha within them. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind teaching, which is our core teaching here, says, the Almighty has implanted genius within the soul of everyone. And what we need to do is unearth the inner genius and cause it to shine forth. All the power and intelligence of the universe is already within, waiting to be utilized. That is one of my favorite Ernest Holmes quotes. I will repeat it. Let me get some more water. I just talked all day at Pride yesterday, and you had to be like, ah, la, 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 to be heard in that room, so I need a little extra water this morning. All right. The Almighty has implanted genius within the soul of everyone. And what we need to do is to unearth the inner genius and cause it to shine forth. All the power and intelligence of the universe is already within, waiting to be utilized. So, the universe is simply saying, and it is for us to say and allow it to be, right? And if you are someone who feels like they may need permission to be so bold or to express your true selves in this world, well, here it is. You have been granted the permission to be you by any abstract authority you may place in me at this moment that you need to allow that permission. So, bing, bing, bing. I felt like the fairy yesterday at Pride, like bing, bing. All right. So we all can be what we desire to be in this world because everything we desire is already within. We are the universe. As the band sang yesterday, you are the universe. And we are one with the wholeness of life, a unique expression of the divine. And embracing this truth empowers us to act from that place of wholeness and worthiness and self-love and allows that knowingness within to lead the way. So what is on your heart to share? What is the idea, the project, the book, the song? I know y'all. Y'all all got some amazing stuff within you. I have the conversations. I know that there is something amazing seeking to be expressed through you. So are you willing to move beyond your comfort zone, to embrace the unknown and the discomfort of I don't know how or the who or the what, but I know something within me wants to be expressed? Are you willing to step forward anyway and notice the self-sabotaging behaviors to become conscious and aware, and then practice radical self-care as a way to move through that fear, to move past the doubt? It's not that you're ever going to get to a place where the doubt isn't there. The voice just won't be as loud. Or you'll get to a point where you go to do something, you may hear the voice, and then you're like, whatever. Like, it just holds no energy, right? It's like, sometimes how you can take feedback from some people and it means a lot to you, and then feedback from other people, and you're like, well, whatever. That's how you can learn to decide who are you investing your energy with? What voices within yourself are you giving credence to? And same thing with the world. What voices are you giving credence to? Not just anybody just says anything. You go on the internet and see that. Anyone just says anything from their own perspective and whatever they have going on. Exactly. So are you willing to practice this radical self-care, to move through the fear and the doubt, and to step into your inherent power and potential? And begin to notice as you put yourself out there, fully believing in yourself, loving yourself, the right and perfect resources and connections will come your way if you have eyes to see them. So listen and pay attention and notice where you will be led and guided to share your authentic self with those who are ready to support you and to see you. That is what we are about here at Ahava. We see you. We are here to support you in becoming all that you desire to become in this world. Take a moment right now. Just look around. There's so many beautiful beings in this room. Who are you being led or called to connect with? Maybe there's someone you've never even had a conversation with, but you've been curious to get to know them more. Ask yourself what gifts may come from connecting with someone new, a conversation that may awaken something within you. So I invite you today in a very practical way to implement this, to stick around for the potluck after service, to break bread with someone that you don't know very well, right? This is a way we are moving out of our comfort zone. We can often sit with our friends and the folks that we've known for a while. The invitation is to get some food and then find someone that you are feeling called to get to know more, to listen and to share something exciting in your life, and to see how you may want to connect or support one another in transforming self-doubt in order to radically love and care for yourself and express yourself fully in this world. So the invitation this week is not only the potluck after service and then the workshop after that on self-love and self-care, but then throughout the week, find ways to share and express your own unique gifts and talents, to be open for new connections and energy and synergy, to inspire you for something greater in your life, something that is seeking to be expressed through you. And let's, as a community, choose to be up to something amazing, yes? Living our full potential out loud and working together to create a world that works for everyone. Are you in? Yeah. What was that? Yeah. Yes, all right. Let's take it into prayer. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing your eyes if that's comfortable, or just finding a nice, soft gaze. To be able to turn your attention inward, to dampen the noise and the stimulation from all that is occurring outside, and to turn within, where we recognize and know that there is one life. And this one life, this one energy, this one source is love, is creativity, is freedom, is joy. And I know that this one life is moving and expressing and having its very being in, as, and through each and every one of us. That love is who I am, joy is who I am, freedom, creativity is who I am. And as I know this to be true for myself, I know this must be true for each and every person hearing the sound of my voice, for there is only one. We are one. And it is from this place of oneness that I speak this word right here, right now, claiming and declaring infinite possibility, unfolding and expressing uniquely through each and every one of us. I know and claim that this one life, this energy, this source is never ending. It is infinite, and therefore, within me lives this infinite potential. So I choose this day to awaken, to listen to what is stirring within my heart and soul and being, to activate the desire of my heart and say yes to allowing Spirit to lead the way, saying yes to being who I am here to be, asking what is mine to do today, what is mine to share, to speak, to create, knowing that something within me knows I am always led, I am always guided. I am backed up by the entire energy of the universe. So I just breathe in, so grateful to know that right here, right now, all is truly well. So grateful to know that something within me is leading and guiding me. And so I allow it to be fully expressed right here, right now, as I say yes. And I release this word into the action of the law that always says yes. Yes, 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 my beloved, it is done. It is so. And it is up to you. And so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
And I invite you now to turn to someone and to say, I am willing to unleash infinite possibility. Yes. And now is our time in service where we get to practice conscious giving and this idea of the reciprocal nature of the universe. And as it is the last Sunday in the month, it is also our Giving Sunday, where we get to acknowledge a nonprofit organization in our community that is doing amazing work and know that how we find out more about them, how we can support them, and we are also tithing to them today. So I'd like to now invite up Andrew from Arbor Youth Services to tell us a bit, yes, thank you, about their organization. Yes.
Hey, good morning. Yesterday at Pride, we were booth mates. Arbor Youth happened to be literally right next to you all. I felt like that was a sign of good things to come. But yeah, I'm Andrew Shade. I work at Arbor Youth. Pride yesterday was a blast, so I'm a little delirious today. I might actually be getting glitter on this podium.
That's all right. We had a drag show here, so you never know what's around on this floor.
I showered, but you know glitter never goes away, so I might be sparkly under these lights. But back on track. I'm from Arbor Youth Services, and basically what we do is we're an emergency shelter for kids. So we take care of kids that come from abuse or have been abandoned. They may be between foster care placements. Their parents may be facing homelessness and sleeping in a car, but by darn it, we don't want those kids to be. So we provide a safe place for whatever the circumstances, that the kids have a warm, safe place to sleep, warm, healthy meals that we cook, and of course, compassionate and loving care from our amazing staff. We work around the clock. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We never close. We never closed 1 minute during COVID.
Wow.
Because we know that what our staff is doing is important and has to be there. When I grew up here in Lexington, I always felt like I always had a safety net. I grew up in a church down the street, down Nicholas Hill Road. So I felt like if something ever happened to my parents, I knew that I had church family or my mama or papa or someone to stay with in that circumstance. But so when I started Arbor Youth, it was just beyond my comprehension that some kids don't have that safety net. And that's what we provide, and we call upon you all to help us provide that safety net for those kids as well. Functionally speaking, we have 3 buildings. 2 are houses side by side. We're not far from Rupp Arena. One of those houses on West 3rd Street near Blue Stallion Brewing. If you enjoy a brew, you may know where that is. One is for our minors. That's newborn babies through age 17. The youngest that I saw in my 5 years here was 3 days old. We picked up from the hospital. The mother was struggling with addiction. We were working with the police on that situation. So our minors are in one house, and then right next door are 18 to 24-year-olds who are facing homelessness. Since it is Pride Month, about 40% of homeless youth nationwide and in Central Kentucky are LGBTQ+, often feeling unsupported at home or kicked right out of the house. So we see that every single day. We also have another building not far from Bryan Station High School. It's a 6-unit little apartment. It used to be owned by Avol. Everybody knows who they are. They're amazing. They're like a sister organization to us. And they used to use it for hospice care when people were dying of AIDS. Praise heaven that is not the case as much anymore. Medications have come a long way. Avol felt they didn't need a use for that 6th building, so they passed it to the city, who then passed it to us, and now we immediately house 6 homeless youth in that building, and we have a turnover. That's like where we teach them how to be adults, how to do a budget, how to cook a grilled cheese, how to do your laundry, or whatever it is. We get to be their stand-in family when they don't have one, and then eventually there are little baby birds, and they fly out of our nest, and we bring in a new one. So, like I said, we never stop. We call upon the community for all kinds of help, gathering supplies, of course, donating money or donating your passion and your time, coming to help us out. So we're just blessed that you all are doing this for us. Just know that all those dollars are staying right here to kids that maybe live down the street or across the way. We don't have a national office in D.C. It's just us. So everything that we raise, every dollar we make, every hot dog we cook or whatever goes right to kids that are right here in Central Kentucky. And we just appreciate you all so much. I got my picture in front of this yesterday. These beautiful wings are now on my Instagram forever, and I love it so much. So I came in, I was like, I know those wings. And I hope a piece of my glitter stays here forever.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Whew. So let us now move into this time of giving, knowing that you get to not only support Ahava today, but also Arbor Youth Services. And we're going to pass the basket in the room, but there's also several ways you can give online, and you can also text the word give to 859-209-6996. So I invite you now to repeat after me, divine love as me.
Divine love as me.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
All that I give.
All that I give.
And all that I receive.
And all that I receive.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava.
Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
Trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe give you insight between black and white. The best thing you've ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all. Now darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. I wrap my fear around me like a blanket. I sail my ship of safety till I sank it, crawling on your shore. And I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. There's more than one answer to these questions, pointing us in a crooked line. The less I seek my source, the closer I am to find. Closer I am to find, yeah. I went to see the doctor of philosophy, with a poster of Rasputin and a beard down to his knees. He never did marry or see a B-grade movie. He graded my performance. He said he could see through me. I spent 4 years prostrate to the higher mind. Got my paper and I was free. I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. There's more than one answer to these questions, pointing us in a crooked line. The less I seek my source, closer I am to find. Yeah. Closer I am to find. Yeah. I stopped by the bar at 3 a.m. with a post seeking possibly a friend. And I woke up with a headache like my head against a board, twice as cloudy as I'd been the night before, and I went in seeking clarity. We went to the doctor, we went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. Yeah, we go to the doctor, we go to the mountains, we look to the children, we drink from the fountains. Yeah, we go to the Bible, we go through the workout, we read up on revival, we stand up for the lookout. There's more than one answer to these questions, pointing me in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to find. Closer I am to find. Closer I am to find. Yeah.
That is like one of my all-time favorite songs, so thank you for that gift. We have a number of things going on. Just a reminder that our Wednesday night meditation and our queer and spirituality group are on hiatus for the summer. And today we have our Commit to Self-Love workshop after the potluck. So even if you didn't sign up in advance, you can still stick around for that. Coming up soon, July 1st, is going to be a game night here, open for everyone. It's at 4 o'clock. The men's group is hosting, but it is for all of us to come and play. And then July 8th, we have our community yard sale. If you have some things you would love to donate, please speak to Nancy or Ron to get connected with that. And plan to be here early and bring your cash and do some shopping. So everything that we're selling that day, the money will be coming back to Ahava, so it's a fundraiser as well. Speaking of fundraisers, we are kicking off our summer of fun and fundraising with what we call our Taste of Ahava. And you're going to get a taste of some of that talent and creativity in our community. So we are announcing our first 3 events that are coming up in July. The first one is going to be a drum circle around the campfire at the Isons. That was a very popular event in last year, so we're bringing it back. And then we're also going to be doing a meditation at the Salt Cave. Lexington Salt Cave, one of my favorite places in town for self-care. If you haven't been, this will be your opportunity. And I'm going to bring my singing bowl, and it's just, it's amazing. Anyway, I could go on and on about the Salt Cave. And then our very own Kim D'Amata and John D'Amata, known as Fireflying, will be doing an outdoor concert for us as well. So those 3 events you can get tickets for now. There's information and flyers out there with the little QR codes. And we are unveiling our new website, and this week on the new website, you will also be able to get your tickets for that. So, technology, but basically, if you want to see the new website now, you can go to ahavacenter.net. All of our other domains will soon be pointing to that, but it takes like a week or 2, and then those domains go dark for a little bit. So anyway, go to the .net if you want to see the new and get to the most current information. But of course, the best way is to be on our mailing list. So if you aren't yet, you can sign up on one of those cards to get that. Links right in your mailbox. And I want to invite up Nancy now to tell us a little bit about their ongoing offering on Tuesday nights and something that is changing a bit. Thank you, Nancy.
Ron and I are offering a book study on Tuesday night for this book, The Way of Mastery, at 6:30 every Tuesday night. If you're familiar with A Course in Miracles, this is a user-friendly version of The Course in Miracles, similar, very similar, but this is so much more comfortable. It's a wonderful book, and we'd love for you to join us. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. All right, and
Speaking of
yes.
Last Sunday's talk, there's a great chapter on here on desire, and it's about following the thread of your desire, releasing judgment of desire. It's wonderful.
Awesome, thank you, Nancy. All right, let's welcome our kids. Do you need this?
We love you, you're a shining star, wonderful, just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred face. We love you just the way you are, just the way you are. We love you just the way you are. We do.
All right, you all want to share our affirmation? You all remember it? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I love the skin I'm in.
Yes.
And the craft is we got these little foam humans, and we put sticky clothes on them.
And we read a book called I Love the Skin I'm In, and we talked about how all of the diversity of the world is beautiful, and how when we see beauty in others, it's because we see the beauty in ourselves. And we talked about how God is embodied in our bodies, and that we get to embody all of the God qualities that we talk about and be the love and joy and peace that we want to see in the world.
Thank you, Bernadette. And thank you, Bernadette, for being our Prisma the Clown at Pride yesterday. 8 hours of face painting and balloons and bringing the love to our booth. So very appreciated. All right, so we're going to bring service to a close. Just a reminder that we have licensed spiritual practitioners that are here to support you through prayer. We have a prayer box right there. You can submit a prayer request in person or online through our website. And practitioner Louise Talon will be here for in-person prayer after service as well. The practitioners do ask that you wear a mask if you're going to be getting in-person prayer, and we have some available by each door. And in addition to offering prayer, our licensed practitioners also offer meditation and visioning, and there are some of our classes and workshops. There's many ways that practitioners serve our community, and a couple of them also offer spiritual coaching sessions for a fee, and you can find out about that over here as well by the prayer box. But Dr. Louise Talon and practitioner Patty Cooper both have their cards there and are available if you want to book a one-on-one session. So let us now stand and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my self-care.
Life is in my self-care.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it. I share it. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not.
And just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me love 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 in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
We want to thank everyone for coming out and watching online as well. We'll see you next week. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of your neighbor. I'm going to go home and take care of the scratchy throat. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
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 Let me love